This is the reality of the business, that they just don't want to work with Amazon sellers. They don't want to work with FBA sellers. And it was such a headache when you would find a great product and you would just see everyone just tank the price down to nearly nothing. Hey, what's going on guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to go over why wholesale suppliers keep telling you no. The real reasons why wholesale suppliers keep telling you no. I've made videos in the past, but this one, I want to go over the actual reasons that they may be telling you no, because there are quite a bit of them. Regardless of what I'm telling you right now, there are thousands and thousands of wholesale suppliers that will work with you. They will work with you even if you go up to them and you say, I'm an Amazon seller, I just want to buy some of your products and sell them on Amazon. They will still work with you. There are thousands and thousands of suppliers that you can go and work with, but there are some suppliers you're going to run into that they have their reasons for why they aren't going to open up those wholesale accounts with you. Now, one of the reasons may be that they just aren't working with any more FBA sellers, or they just aren't working with any FBA sellers. This is a reality of the business. Whatever you may hear, this is the reality of the business, that there are some suppliers that they just don't want to work with Amazon sellers. They don't want to work with FBA sellers, or maybe they are working with a few, but they don't want to take on any more. Now, another reason is, like I said, that they may be already working with a few select FBA sellers and they don't want to bring any more into their team. Now, this is a little bit different because you can come in and position yourself as just more advanced seller than the people that they're working with. If you do your homework beforehand, you can really pitch a lot of value to them and hopefully get their wheels turning and thinking about bringing you on. And really reconsidering who they're working with and who they want as their Amazon seller. Now, what I don't recommend is just cold calling a supplier and thinking that you're going to close them over the phone and you're going to be one of their exclusive sellers. I don't recommend you do that because the chances of that happening are very, very slim. What I do recommend is that you do your homework on the products that they are already selling on the platform. Do your homework, see what kind of competitors they have, see how many products they have, see how their products are doing, see what their listings are like, what kind of improvements you can make to those listings, and then bring that to their attention over the phone after you've done your homework. Do not just go in and cold call them and think that you're going to close them over the phone without doing your homework first. If you do your homework first, that is going to dramatically increase the chances of you opening up that wholesale account with a supplier that already is working with a few Amazon sellers. Now, that situation is going to vary from distributors and brands. That situation is going to be leaning more towards when you're looking for brands. You're really going to want to do your homework. A distributor is either going to open up an account with you or not. There may be a few exceptions where you can, change their mind. But if you're going to be cold calling or doing your homework on a supplier, it's most likely going to be a brand that you're trying to work with that is already on the platform that you want to come in and bring some value to them so they can add you to their team. Now, another reason a brand may be telling you no, maybe they don't want to work with Amazon sellers at all, is just because they're not as sophisticated on the platform. They don't know as much about the platform. They know the platform exists. They know very, very, very little about the platform. But what they do know is that they've heard a lot of horror stories of brands or suppliers working with Amazon sellers and then getting burned, or the Amazon seller just being incredibly unprofessional, and just scared that supplier away from working with any FBA sellers in the future. So these kind of suppliers, you can also come in and just pitch some value to them. Do your homework on what they're already doing, what they're already selling, what they can improve on, so you guys can bring to light the actual benefits of the Amazon FBA platform and kind of eliminate those misconceptions that they already have, because it's just based off of very, very rare situations. Now, again, that's more towards looking for brands. But if we're working with a distributor, we're trying to work with a distributor, another reason they might be telling you no is because they have too many brands that they work with that don't want Amazon sellers. So for example, the cell phone and accessories category, there are a lot of brands that went from selling to Amazon sellers to completely eliminating all Amazon sellers. Not overnight, but over time, they just gradually all started saying, we don't want to work with online sellers. We don't want to work with Amazon sellers, Walmart sellers, any online sellers of any kind. And that was mainly due to Amazon sellers taking their products that are selling probably like at $50 and just dropping the price to $15, $10. I know because I was selling at that time. I made a lot of money in the cell phone and accessories category when I first started out. And it was such a headache when you would find a great product with great margins and you would just see everyone just tank the price down to nearly nothing. During that time is when all of these brands started saying they don't want to work with Amazon sellers in this particular category. Now that category is much harder to get into, because there are so many brands that don't want to work with Amazon sellers. But that is one of the reasons why a distributor may be telling you we don't want to work with Amazon sellers, is because a lot of the brands that they're working with, maybe they don't accept Amazon sellers, or they don't want to sell to online sellers. But this information isn't meant to discourage you. If you're getting discouraged and you're actually taking it the wrong way, because I've given you a lot of solutions throughout this video that you guys can implement and still sign up with these suppliers. But these are some of the realities that you're going to run into. And if you have the information, all of the information moving forward, it's going to actually be easier for you to deal with some of the suppliers when they tell you no, because you're going to be a little bit more understanding. You can move past them and you can keep looking for more suppliers so you guys can find the suppliers with those profitable products. Now, if you guys want to learn how to send all of your products to one warehouse so Amazon doesn't split up your shipments into 10 different locations, you're going to want to watch the video on the screen where I show you exactly how to do that, so you guys can know how to do that when you do find those profitable suppliers. I'll see you guys in that next video.